Hey everyone, this is Riley Sky, and here we have like another video from me, of course, but this is one much different. I'm playing The Evil Within for the PlayStation 4, since I was planning to get this game for quite some time now. Actually, I've been planning to get this game ever since I first heard about that Shinji Mikami was making another survival horror game, and it would be the last, so... And back then it was called Project Zwei, which was ZWEI, and in over time it changed to The Evil Within, so... And as you can see, it's like not a retro game review by any means. It's not retro at all, so... And so yeah, I didn't get this game when it was like first released. I got it for like a very good deal on eBay, along with Alien Isolation on the PlayStation 4, both of which I planned to get on the PlayStation 3, but since I came upon a PlayStation 4, I might as well just like get two of those copies. And when I go back to college, eventually I'm gonna buy myself my own PlayStation 4, just to keep these kind of videos up. Now, as you can see me playing and shooting around like an idiot, this is because this is my first time playing this game. I have never seen any of the walkthroughs or reviews of it at all. I heard reviews were good, but I didn't want to read into too much of it, so because I wanted to not spoil myself of watching people's walkthroughs of it. And so yeah, I just wanted to keep it like pretty much of a surprise to me. And this game is, I'll be honest, this game is actually really good. Although it's not perfect, though I've noticed a few flaws in it, though they're not really outweighing anything good in this game. And you see me, I'm just burning up corpses, though I think by this point I'm starting to realize that if I just shoot them in the head, I don't need to burn their corpses. Effectively, I learned this kind of thing from the remake of Resident Evil, where if you don't shoot the zombies in the head, you have to burn their corpses, otherwise they're going to come up as crimson heads. So I think in this game, the same rule applies, so you don't, like, for these, like, zombies or monsters, whatever they are, I haven't really found out their actual names. Like, if you shoot them in the head, you don't really need to burn their corpses. It's just a waste of matches. And now, just because I'm like playing this like a game, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to be changing my direction of what I'm going to be posting on my channel. And be aware, I did not post this video just to get more, just to conjure up more views for my channel or anything like that. I just wanted to do something completely different. Although I don't get into much modern gaming, as most, well, let's face it, most modern games are just very repetitive and not very not as creative as they used to be. But however, I did take part in the Shenmue 3 Kickstarter thing. I donated like $60 just to get a physical copy on the PS4, and by the time you're watching this, the Kickstarter fund will have already ended, and it garnished up whopping 6,333,295, making it the most funded Kickstarter game ever, beating Bloodlines and Yooka-Laylee, I think it's called. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. I just can't wait to get the game. And this may sound ridiculous to you, but I have never played either of the first two Shenmue games, and I really want to, but since the prices on eBay have skyrocketed ever since the announcement of Shenmue 3, it's just becoming near impossible for me to get them, unless I got them from a friend for a very good deal. But I don't know, if I digress. But anyways, as you might be thinking, you might be getting a hint from this kind of video that I might do like future Let's Plays of something similar like this, and I will be doing Let's Plays, not just like a few modern games, but also much retro games. I always want to do Let's Plays of all three Spyro games on the PlayStation 1. You know, when Spyro was actually innovative and awesome. So that's going to be really exciting for me, and I don't have all the necessary equipment yet to do Let's Plays, but I'm hoping that time will come. So for the moment, I just wanted to share my thoughts on the game, on The Evil Within, and it's actually very good. And considering the fact that I played all the classic Resident Evil games, it's just breathe like something new, something different. And this game, though I will get criticized for it, this game actually has much more elements of survival horror than Resident Evil 4. Now that's not to say that Resident Evil 4 is a bad game. It's a great game. I played it so many times. In fact, I beated the Mercenaries mode all 5 stars just to unlock the hand cannon, which, hint hint, that the hand cannon is not only unlockable in the PlayStation 2 version, but in the GameCube version, which I never knew. But it's not to say Resident Evil 4 is a bad game. It's just that it doesn't have that much survival horror elements as I was hoping it would have, though it does have the feeling of survival horror, yes, but I just didn't feel too scared at times in the game, even when I first played it. But the worst you can get is like experiencing Resident Evil 6, and I unfortunately did, and it was terrible. Really terrible. Actually, the biggest disappointment for me in that game was that they didn't have Leon and Claire duo at all, which I was hoping they would do, but you know Capcom. They canceled the future Mega Man installments, so what do you expect from them these days? But yeah, but this is actually a really good game, and I have not beaten the game yet. I just beaten Chapter 5 because I haven't gotten around that much time to do it because I'm busy with work during summer and such. So if I could just ask, please refrain from spoiling anything that will come for me in this game, because I really don't want to spoil myself before I beat it. It's just not great that someone just goes and posts spoilers and I happen to read them, and it just kills the whole thing. But yeah, I was really enjoying it, and I know there's like a couple downloadable contents where you play as like another character. I think her name is Kidman, I think, but I haven't gotten those yet and I'm not gonna get those yet until I've beaten the game with Sebastian. Though when I first heard that the protagonist's name is gonna be Sebastian, I instantly thought of the little crab from The Little Mermaid, and I'm sure many of you did. But despite the silly name, it's actually very fitting, though. Yeah, as you can see me walking around like a dunce, and again, this is my first time playing it, so yeah, it's like it's actually pretty fun so far. I've died a few times. Like, actually, when I first played this game, I tried to get my Elgato game capture working on the PS4. I hooked the game capture up on the PS4, and I followed the instructions that it told me to disable the HDCP that was enabled on the system, because if you don't disable the HDCP, you won't be able to capture a game footage. Though when you do disable the HDCP, it will like disable like any like apps or something like that. But I don't really care for that. I just wanted the damn thing off. And even when I turned it off, nothing would appear on my laptop with the game capture menu. And so I played the first chapter and a half without capturing any footage. So when I went to play for the second time, I looked up instructions to see where I went wrong, and then I found out that I was supposed to disable the HDCP first, then hook up the game capture. And I tried that, and it finally worked. And what you see is the result I got. So yeah, it was kind of a struggle. I was disappointed at first not getting it hooked up, but after trial and error, it works perfectly. Though I'm only able to record 720p 60 frames per second, because with the regular game capture that I have, it's not a HD 60, which means I can't record 1080 60 frames per second. Though there are like videos on like YouTube of gaming where you can watch videos at 1080 60 frames per second, but my laptop here is like a Lenovo Z585, and it has like trouble playing 1080p 60 frames per second videos because they can get like a bit laggy at times, but nothing serious. So that's why I always watch them 720 60 frames per second, and I'm sure I'm not the only one with that kind of issue with my laptop, but I'm hoping to earn lots more money to get better equipment and such. But yeah, so if you're still here with this video so far, congratulations, because I think most of you guys would have left by now when you found out that it was just like my thoughts on it so far. But it's just good to have people. And this part here was where I was running around like for 2 minutes or so in this like garbage, like a bloody shit thing. All when I realized to find like a opening in the walls, and that was never there before. It's like this game is really starting to freak me out, like what's real and what's not. And every time I try to get further, it's always like a kind of a trial and error, but I still get the idea of what's going on. And well, not entirely, but it's starting to come together in some ways. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now. And if you want to see more videos of me playing these kind of modern games, please make any like a request or something. And please note that I can only do so much because I'm busy with summer nowadays, and it's just like not easy for me to get all the necessary equipment. So I don't work at the job where it pays so much for me, but it is what it is. So for now, I just need to take care of some things, and hopefully they won't come about again, and I can focus on stuff like this. Though I'm not going to be making a career of doing being on YouTube or something like that. I mean, far from it, but it's just something to entertain people with my hobbies now and then. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and me wandering around like an idiot. So yeah, until the next video, take care, and I'll see you later.